Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sudanidoll here, and today I'm reviewing the Total Control Drop Primer from Nyx Cosmetics. It's in the same similar packaging as their Total Drop Control Primer. So I tried both of them to see how they work together and just testing out the primer in general. If you guys want to know my thoughts and how these you want to see how they apply and work together, please continue watching and be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to be part of the family, and let me know if you like these type of videos. So yes, without further ado, if you want to know how these two little bad boys work together, be sure to continue watching so that you can know what I think about it. I'll see you guys in the video. I'll see you guys. I'm done being creepy here, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the NYX Total Drop Control Primer. Before I jump in, I'm going to read what the box is and what it claims to do, and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts once I use it. So it says, when it comes to comfortably soft primer, it delivers a matte finish that, smoother than smooth, preps your complexion for foundation application. This weightless formula blends seamlessly into your skin and leaves your face feeling totally plush. Pairs beautifully with our Total Drop Control foundation for a natural looking matte, which I have the Total Drop Control foundation here, and I will be putting both of them to the test to see how they work together. They should be working perfectly fine if they were formulated to work together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the primer, and it does come in the drop foundation type of containing, matching the same matte glass and everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just it is quite runny. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that in. It does feel very lightweight on my fingertips. And the contrast is messing with my camera a little bit because it's white and my skin is black, so it's just picking up that. But once I blend it in, you guys should be able to see. And I feel like it is very matte. So it doesn't leave too white of a cast, but I'm dark skinned and the formula itself is white, so you're gonna see it kind of a little bit, but it's not that much. I've tried worse primers that made my skin look completely ridiculous. So this cast is not too purple, it's workable, and I'm sure the foundation should be able to cover it. So I'm going to be using the Total Drop foundation in the shade 24 Deep Expresso. If you guys didn't know, I actually shot the campaign, and I'm sure you guys, I've had a couple of you guys send me photos of me on the stands wherever you're from. I've gotten one from like England and stuff like that, and I've seen it. I know it's around, so if you see that face and you wonder who's this girl, that girl on that on the shelves, it's me. So I'm going to be using the darkest shade they have, and again the same formulating as the primer. I mean the same packaging. That's what I'm trying to say. So I like, when I use this foundation, I like to work one side at a time. I'm going to be using the Nyx sponge that comes with this. I think this is new as well. And all these you can find on the shelves. You can find it at CVS, Ulta, and Nyx.com. So yeah, it's everywhere. And I went to check if it was available in stores. The primer as well as the sponge, they're both available on the shelves at CVS that I went to today. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend, bounce, 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 bounce. And the sponge is so nice and squishy, but I feel like it's not as squishy as the Beauty Blender. Like nothing's gonna ever compare to the Beauty Blender as far as softness and like how lightweight this is. This feels kind of like a gummy. I don't know if that makes sense. I kind of like how it feels, and it blends out this foundation very nicely. Gotta make sure that girl is blended out into the skin. Push it into the hairline. What do you guys think about my hairline anyways? Or not my hairline, but what do you guys think about my hair and the way I've been wearing it? If you guys been following me on social media, then you know I've been doing this. I've been doing the rocking the short look all week and I kind of like it. I'm trying to work on my waves and stuff like that. So with my little peanut head. So I feel like with the short hair, it kind of forces me to wear more makeup on a regular basis, which I get lazy. Like if it makes me feel like I have to be a little bit cuter. Like if my hair is not how I want. I don't know if that makes sense. So next I'm going to be using the Nyx HD Concealer, and this is in the shade 8.4. So I'm going to use this. And then I'm going to be using this side right here to go ahead and blend out my concealer. I like it because it has such a sharp edge, so you can go ahead and get really close to your lash line, and really if you want to create kind of that winged out effect, you can do that. And it blends it so nicely. And I'm just going to turn it this way to kind of get close to the side of my nose. And whatever I have left here, I'm probably just going to put on my forehead to blend out everything. And I always save my nose for glass so that it stays kind of snatched. And you can just pinch it like that and go over your nose. And then I'm going to turn to the side that I used. And I'm just going to go over everything to kind of blend everything together so that I have no harsh lines. I feel like it looks so nice. The camera might be making it look so bright, but it's really not, I promise. Just making sure that my under eyes are nice and blended. I'm going to be using the Mercier translucent powder in medium deep, and I'm going to be using that to set everything. And then I'm going to take this and just lightly wipe off everything in a packing motion. Then I'm going to go over top of everything. I'm going to be using my pressed powder in NW58, which is I use most of the time to set my whole face. I'm just going to kind of use that to set and dust off everything without giving me, and it kind of reduces any cast that I would have. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the medium deep from MAC as well. I'm just going to bring that down to my neck because I tend to get oily, and since everything is showing, I don't have hair covering my neck, I kind of have to do it just to make sure everything looks nice. And I'm just going simply over everything. Okay, now to contour, I'm actually going to be using a NYX palette, if I can find where I put it. To contour, I'm going to be using the Love Contours All palette, which I use to put on my eyelids. I'm going to take that brown shade right there, and I'm going to put that to chisel out my cheeks. This is what I used to use all the time when I would contour my face. And kind of use it to bronze my face, so I'm just whipping it up forward into my cheekbones, and that kind of gives me a bronze look. You guys can see that? Then I'm going to go for blush, I'm going to be using NYX Bitten Blush. Looks like this. pinky purple shade. Just to add a little color. And it's nice to build it up on my cheeks. For highlighter, I'm going to be using the Master Chrome. If I can get it open. Yep, looks like that. I'm going to be using it to highlight my face. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be using a brown pencil, and this is from NYC. And just use that to line my lips. Lips, I'm going to be using Lip Lingerie in the shade French Maid. I'm just going to dab that. That looks, gives me a little flush of color. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Guys, this right here is the completed look. I genuinely love the combination of the primer and the Total Control Drop foundation. I feel like they work very good together. My face feels very lightweight. As soon as I put it on, I felt it's nice and comfortable matte. So my face doesn't feel too tight. I feel like everything blended very nicely on top of it. So yeah, I would recommend. It's very inexpensive. It's a very nice primer. If I can compare this primer to any high-end primer, I would say it reminds me of the Becca Velvet Blurring Foundation primer. Right here, they're the same consistency, but I feel like the NYX one is very much more comfortable and yet less expensive. So if you want to go ahead, if you haven't tried this out, you can go ahead and get it at CVS or NYX, and I will be sure to list everything that I did not mention in the video, and I will put everything in the description box below. Thank you very much for watching. Be you, love you always. I'll see you guys next time. Be beautiful, dolls. Bye.